Hey YouTube, it's GV Lone Guy. It's February 6th, 2013, and I just want to review the story that came out a few days ago about Navy SEAL Chris Kyle and friend Chad Littlefield, who were both killed by a former Marine, Eddie Ray Routh. This came out on February 3rd. It's a disturbing story, and there's a couple things that kind of have come out recently that make it even more troublesome for me. Let me just read a little bit on this article from ABC News. Former Navy SEAL Chris Kyle and his neighbor Chad Littlefield took former Marine Eddie Ray Routh to a Texas gun range to help him. But for some reason, Routh allegedly turned his gun on the two mentors, killing them both, police said today. ABC News affiliate WFAA-TV reported that investigators said Routh, 25, was recovering from post-traumatic stress disorder, but police said they could not confirm that. Apparently, Mr. Kyle works with people that are suffering from some issues that have been in the military, and this shooter is possibly one of those people that he had taken out to the range to mentor, to visit with, to help him. Witnesses told police that Routh left the shooting scene in Kyle's pickup truck. He drove to his sister's home in Midlothian, and when he allegedly told her and her husband that he had shot the two men, the couple called the police. We have the 911 call. I'll play that. When the investigators got there, which means he was there, Routh fled in another vehicle, but he was captured a short time later. All right. Down here, right now, it appears that he used a semi-automatic handgun. Let me just play a little bit of this right here.
Kyle volunteered to help vets suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Police believe he was trying to counsel 25-year-old Eddie Ray Routh this weekend at a gun range southwest of Dallas.
The suspect's mother, she may have reached out to Mr. Kyle to try and help her son. And we kind of have an idea that maybe that's why they were at the range.
Detectives say shooting practice turned deadly Saturday when the young former Marine snapped, turning his gun on the sniper he reportedly idolized, allegedly shooting him and his friend, 35-year-old Chad Littlefield, at point-blank range. Police say he then stole Kyle's pickup truck and led police on a chase.
Okay. He stole the pickup truck and led police on a chase. That doesn't exactly jive with this part of the story that says when the investigators got there, Routh fled in another vehicle, but he was captured a short time later. Anyway, let me play this for you.
A U.S. Marine, an active Marine, came forward to challenge the official narrative and warn us that there might be more to the Chris Kyle murder. That's because he knew the alleged killer, Eddie Ray Routh, and says there's really no reason he should have suffered from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, because he never saw active combat, and while he was in the service, he was only a mechanic and only would have seen the lightest of any kind of things, and, quote, never went beyond the wire, and so they really don't know why he would have been considered to have PTSD.
Okay, now that all of a sudden makes this a very interesting story. This is another Marine who knew the shooter and testifies that he never went outside the wire. He never faced the actual combat duty. So this is a guy that, I mean, he has PTSD from just serving in the military? I don't know, that just kind of strikes me as odd.
Perhaps he may have fabricated his experiences to Chris Kyle to get close to him, or maybe there's quite a bit more to the story.
That's what I think. I think there's more to the story. So here's the 911 call. This has some interesting information in it.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. My brother just came by here. I was at He's now left, but he told me that he's committed a murder. I'm terrified for my life.
Okay, hold on.
Because I don't know if he's going to come back here.
Okay. What's his name and what did he leave in?
His name is Eddie Routh. Come on, James. Get your shoes on. Let's go.
How do you spell his last name?
R-O-U-T-H. I'm sorry. I'm really I'm really scared. He's really get in the car. Now listen, I don't know if he's being honest with me.
I know.
Apparently, like, I'm just really terrified. I don't even know where your police department is. Is it over there?
Over by the
It used to
highway.
be the church.
Yes, ma'am.
It used to be a church.
I'm just going to stay on the phone with you until you get here, okay? And who did he say he had killed?
He said that he killed 2 guys. They went out to a shooting range, and he's all crazy. I don't know if he's on drugs or not, but I know that he's been. Let me talk to you. My husband's going to talk to you because I'm so nervous.
He said he killed 2 guys at a shooting range.
Shooting range he was talking about?
He didn't say.
He didn't say, okay.
He was recently diagnosed with PTSD.
Recently diagnosed with PTSD.
Yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay.
And he's been acting real weird.
And he's been acting weird, okay? And yet his sister said she doesn't know if he's on any drugs.
He just got out of the mental hospital, actually.
Okay, what hospital did he get out of?
Green Oaks.
When did he get out of Green Oaks?
About a week ago.
Okay, so he's been recently diagnosed with PTSD. He's been acting weird. Sister doesn't know if he's on drugs. And he was recently released from a hospital and recently diagnosed with PTSD. Well, you know he was on drugs. When you get PTSD, they're going to give you drugs. And so, no doubt he was on drugs. But the thing that's interesting is that the police said that he idolized these guys. Well, how did he know that? The police must have talked to his mother, who was the one who basically made the arrangement for those guys to get together. She contacted this guy. How did she know to contact Chris Kyle? Well, she knew because he was idolized by Eddie Ray Routh. Because the police in this report said that he idolized Chris Kyle. How did he know that? Where did he get that information from? The only person that he apparently had talked to at that point was probably his mother and sister. And I'm guessing it was mother, because she made the contact with Chris Kyle and made the arrangement, put these two together so they could help her son suffering from PTSD. I don't know, something just strikes me as odd about this whole business. I mean, it's a terrible tragedy, and I don't know if there's any more to this or not, but all I know is I hope there's a little more investigation that goes into this.